All right, as I promised, Michael Elias here, and I said that the two things I would get to is, of course, the all important election season and some fan mail. No, make that hate mail that I received from a supporter of Joshua Pereira uh, running for the Ward 2 council seat of the city of East Providence. And we know that I've been critical of him. Didn't think I got on him that badly. I mean, I criticized our governor, Gina Relier. I've got on Ward 4 councilman Brian Faria. And hey, I even uh, bashed Link Chafee. uh, Whatever. Here it is. Anybody wants to talk about the authenticity of the letter? I got that service with the mail for my P.O. box. It shows me scanned pictures of the mail that I receive uh, in my email. So got that as a proof, and right there on right hand corner where it says private. Well, anyway, first things first. Uh, about the council at large. Uh, I'm not going to make up any excuses, but uh, it's not going to happen this election season. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I was unable to obtain all of the signatures necessary to qualify for running for it. And I know that critics are going to blame me um, and make all sorts of excuses. Well, I do not have the horsepower that a lot of these candidates have. For example, uh, at the farmers market at East Providence Weaver Library, I saw one of White House's guys out there getting signatures. I could have done a swap for swap, but I didn't even uh, go for it because, in my conscience, there's no way I could have signed anything for White House. Obviously, White House is going to get on the ballot one way or another because there are a lot of people stupid enough to help this creep season after season after season after season. Uh, that's why it would be easy for me to sit here and say, there's no way Brian Ferrier is going to get reelected to the Ward 4 council seat. But then again, you got to remember all the idiots who kept re-electing Barney Frank. But my event at the East Providence Library will still continue as planned. I will still have a speech, and I'm going to help out all of my fellow Republicans. The event is open for anybody who wants to make a last-minute plea, just wants to say anything, and it doesn't even matter what district you're from. You're welcome to be there. There is a thing called word of mouth, and it'll reach people in other districts and other. I mean, it doesn't matter where in Rhode Island that you're from. Even if a person can't vote for you in East Providence, you're still welcome to attend and say your piece, because chances are there will be people there who will pass your message along, and you're free to videotape yourself, put it on Facebook Live, what have you. And also, my campaign site's not going anywhere. I'm still going to talk about East Providence and beyond, the goings-ons. And you never know, in 2 years, I just might be ready to give this another try, and it's never too early to start campaigning for the next season. And I mean, it's tough. I'm the new guy as far as running for campaigns goes. Here in EP, I'm known as the wrestling guy, and I've learned a lot about how to go about running for office, and I tried. That's all I could do, and if the good Lord allows me to be around in 2020, you never know what office I'll shoot for next. Council at large, again, the Ward 2 council seat, school committee, you never ever know. Uh, just don't expect me to run for mayor. Uh, not ready for that nonsense yet. Okay, time to go through this letter from the alleged supporter of Joshua Pereira. I don't even have to say alleged because it's obvious that he's a 100% for Joshua Luis Pereira. In this letter, uh, the creep refers to me as a puppet for a certain high-ranking East Providence politician. Not true. And making claims that certain deals were made for me to switch which office that I was running for, and he couldn't be even more wrong. I started with a shoestring budget and I ended with a shoestring budget. Then he goes on talking about the fireworks, he calls it. Of course, referring to the Pierce Field event. So many in the city were talking about you fool at the fireworks last week. Reading that sentence the way it was written, this reads like it was written from somebody in elementary school, all of laughing how blank suckered you in. Sucker is your name in East Providence. You will never win council at large, you bleeping fool. And all those minions getting signatures for you wasted their time and paper. Of course, minions referring to the individuals that I had helping me out, and uh, he felt the need to attack people who are disabled and handicapped, who were just trying to help me out. This Pereira fanatic is is a real cool guy right there. Not. Uh, and then he claims that the previous mentioned high-ranking EP politician uh, put on some rally for me that was a fake rally. This was all news to me. What rally? What's he talking about? There was no rally held for me, idiot. Uh, okay, he goes to say horrible things about the councilwoman, Anna Souza. Uh, Again, a real classy guy. This Joshua fan is. Uh, he takes exception to my comments about Joshua campaigning at the St. Francis Xavier feast, saying that I made a total ass out of myself in the news and that all politicians come to all the feasts, and saying that it's not an issue of church and state. Okay, let me educate this moron on something. Not all feasts are held at churches, you idiot, coward. Uh, has to type out a letter to hide his penmanship, and then he takes his poison pen